Good day. I am Laura Rose, and I am a certified business and personal life coach. I've been in the software development industry for over 20 years. I've been a developer, programmer, quality assurance manager, product manager, and project manager. I've worked with such companies as IBM, Ericsson, Staples, Fidelity Investments, and Spaghetti in various client advocacy and project management roles. In my coaching business, I work with dedicated individuals on their time management skills, project management training, and work-life balance strategies. Today, we're talking about meeting management tips. We quickly acknowledge our business and office meetings. We realize that holding effective business meetings increase productivity. What some of us don't easily recognize is that every interaction we have with each other is also a meeting. Each of these interactions has the potential to create new opportunities and increase productivity. This presentation covers 4 tips to use at any type of meeting. The 4 tips are: have a clear purpose, publish an agenda that supports that purpose, use ground rules to stay on target, and before adjourning, verify that you've met your goal. This is an example of a chance meeting. You've just crossed paths with John, and John has a personal agenda. He has a personal project that he wants your help on. Just be open and honest. John, I'm glad to have bumped into you. I know you're heading that fundraiser this year, and I do want to help. Right now, I have another meeting to attend. Can we meet Thursday afternoon? Do you have 20 minutes? Do you think 20 minutes would cover this topic? And then go ahead and log the meeting and purpose in your calendar. Once you've scheduled that meeting, take some time up front to think about what the purpose of the meeting is. Clarify why you are meeting. Identify what you expect out of the meeting. Are you looking for consensus? Are you looking for ideas? Do you need help on the next step? Are you expecting this to be one of many more meetings? What type of meeting is this? Is it for informational only? Are you gathering data? Is it going to be a one-way or two-way? Are you just giving information, or are you expecting information back? Is this a working meeting? Are you going to break up into discussion groups? Are there presentations expected? Does anybody need to prepare anything for the meeting? Once you have your purpose, you want to list the topics that will accomplish your goal. You need to identify the right people for your meeting. You'll need to set time limits for each topic. So consider a timekeeper for the meeting to keep you rolling. Set ground rules that keep your meeting on target. Some examples of ground rules could be turn off cell phones, maybe apologize up front for interrupting us to get us back on the meeting topic. Maybe introduce the timekeeper and the note taker and describe their responsibilities to the group. Introduce the parking lot technique to log important off-topic ideas. We're going to talk more about parking lot ideas later. Once you have your agenda, publish this agenda before the meeting so that people can be prepared and know your expectations. When you start the meeting, announce and agree on your purpose and your agenda. Once the meeting has started, use the ground rules to stay on target. A parking lot is simply a separate whiteboard or sheet of paper that you can log off-topic items. These are important items that have come up in the meeting, but you don't have time in the meeting to cover them in great detail. So you're going to identify those topics and put them in your parking lot list. The parking lot is also for items that are taking a little too long to discuss. If you had identified 10 minutes for a particular topic, and it's an interesting topic and we've gotten into a detail where we're passing the 10-minute mark, and we're going into some details that the right people are no longer in the meeting. For instance, maybe you now need to call somebody else with different expertise to continue on this topic. So you put that topic back on the parking lot with a note to get the right people for the next version of this meeting. If you find that you're consistently falling off topic, continually review the purpose of the meeting and remind everybody this is the topic that we're meeting on today. And also be willing and be flexible to schedule another meeting to complete the agenda. For instance, if we're on topic number 4 and everybody's interested in continuing topic number 4 to throughout the rest of the time left, then that's okay, as long as you do it deliberately with agreed consensus. You also need to understand the consequence. If we use the rest of the meeting for topic number 4, then we need to agree that topic number 5 can wait until next week's meeting. Or topic number 5 will have another meeting tomorrow to discuss topic number 5. Before you adjourn, you want to verify that you met your purpose. So 5 or 10 minutes before the meeting ends, summarize your highlights and action items. Actually ask everybody, do you think we've met our meeting goals? If not, list the items that are missing. What will make us hit the goals? Identify the action items to fill those gaps. And then estimate when those gaps will be filled. Announce any plans for any follow-up meetings. That includes any items in the parking lot list. Include any reasonable forcing functions. That means deadline or milestones. For instance, I have to have this newsletter sent out by Thursday, so I need all your articles by Monday. Things like that. Associate accountability partners or owners for these particular action items. These owners don't actually have to do the work, but they are responsible for getting it done. They can delegate or project manage it. This last slide are just a few FAQs on meeting management that I've acquired. Some clients say, ad hoc meetings often make me late for another appointment. Should I just ignore them? We talked a little bit about that in our example. Recommendation is to take advantage of whatever opportunities come our way, but on your own terms. Acknowledge the need to follow up with this person, but set an explicit time and date and give them the quality time they deserve. Agree upon the length of the proposed meeting when you're scheduling it. A gentleman I know once met up with a gentleman who was a potential roommate, potential renter. And he asked, when could I meet with you? And my friend said, I'll be at this location until 11:45. So the potential renter shows up at 11:40. Of course, this made my friend late for his follow-up appointment. What should have occurred was that when the gentleman asked, when can I drop by to see the room, my friend should have said, well, I'd like to have about 30 minutes to show you the house, show you the room, go over the rental agreement. If you get here by 11 o'clock, that'll give us plenty of time to review the room, review the agreement, and I'll still be able to get to my appointment by 11:45. Another comment, people are just talking but aren't doing anything. Chances are that the right people are not in the meeting. If you find yourself in a meeting where there's just a lot of talking being done and no one is willing to take a stand, ask their opinion. Who has the authority to do something about this? And then adjourn this meeting and reschedule a meeting with the right people. We get sidetracked on other issues. Acknowledge that those issues are important and place them on the parking lot. You can also make arrangements to talk to this one person offline after the meeting or the next day. You can also offer to stay after the meeting to discuss this with anyone else that's interested in this. But you move that discussion after the meeting. You can also schedule a separate meeting. And then if you schedule a separate meeting, you want to make sure you understand who the right persons are for that particular meeting. Sometimes we don't have sufficient data or information to make a decision, and that keeps us from accomplishing our meeting goal. Well, you just identify what's missing, place action items to gather that missing data, get an estimate on when you're going to be able to collect that data, and then reschedule a meeting. The important thing is not to waste time in a meeting that you can't accomplish your goal. And if you happen to have the right people and the right data for a different meeting, feel free to change the topic of that meeting to that different meeting. Release the irrelevant folks, reestablish the purpose of this new meeting, and go ahead with that meeting. One more point, noise versus necessary. Sometimes people want to vent, and this is okay because sometimes if we don't get something off our chest, we're not able to hear what other people are saying. I just want you to time box the venting. You don't want to make the whole meeting a grievance meeting unless that's the purpose of the meeting. Okay, so that's the end of my quick presentation. If you like some of these tips, please let me know. Contact me at laurarose@rosecoaching.info. I have other presentations available. Thank you for your time.